Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Advice to Think Twice. I'm here with your July forecasts. This will be for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, and it may also resonate if you're dealing with a Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. As always, keep in mind these are general, so they're not going to apply to everyone. Just take what resonates and watch all your signs. So let's have a look what's going on for Capricorn in the month of July, and I'm using the Astrology Answers Master Tarot deck for Capricorn in the month of July. I shuffle a lot off camera as well, just to let you know. Okay. So at the bottom of the deck we do have the Devil. So with the Devil here, now this can simply be your energy and where you're focused on yourself, overcoming something. Overcoming obstacles, self-imposed limitations. For those of you who are focused on your business, you're focused on your money, you're focused on your health, where you're maybe taking it a little bit to the extreme. So maybe you're cutting something completely out of your diet, or you're hitting the gym 7 days a week, and maybe you haven't been in 5 years, or you've never been, and now you're going overboard with it. Okay, but you're working really hard to overcome something. And for those of you who might be dealing with restrictive situations and looking at how you can get yourself out of them. So in the current situation, you have the Temperance card. So with Temperance here, again, you're taking your time. You're trying to figure things out. You're trying different things. You may be going through a time when you're experiencing different things. You're experimenting. It can be something simple, like taking a different way to work, or it can be something very complex, like where you change your lifestyle. But you're trying to figure out what works for you. I feel that all of a sudden you find yourself in a new situation that you may or may not have wanted to be in, and you just have to find your footing. You have to figure it out for yourself. You have to make it your own, okay, is what I'm getting with this. You might also be experiencing some sort of delays, but I feel like it's voluntary. I feel like you're putting a pause on things to heal something, to recover something. The challenge is the Hierophant. So there may be challenges around family, the idea of family, commitments, maybe a Taurus individual, someone rising or Venus, rules and regulations. You have to conform to something. So again, you're finding yourself in a situation that you have to conform to, you have to be in. There's no choice about it really at this time. And with the Temperance card, it's trying to figure out a way to make it your own, trying to figure out a way to make it home, as it were. This is also trying to keep yourself busy on something productive while you're waiting for a decision that has to do with government entities, a legal decision, a big significant approval, like for paperwork, visas, mortgages, that sort of thing. In the Foundation, we have the Four of Wands. So for some of you who are focused on relationships at this time, trying to heal a relationship or a marriage. For those of you, you're just focused on your business, you're focused on your career, you want to grow, you want to climb the ladder, with the with the Hierophant there as well. So you may be a little bit of a hermit, okay? You may be going within to focus on yourself and your own goals, and that is what is driving you. In the past, we have the Queen of Cups. So this could be Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces energy, Sun, Moon, or rising sign. So there may be a situation around this person or involving this person, or family, motherhood, that has changed, that has flipped, that has not turned out as expected or as planned. As a result, you're finding yourself having to figure it out again. In the crowning thoughts, we have the Ten of Wands. So again, this is not something you would have chosen for yourself. It is a bit of a burden, but the old way of doing things will not work for you. So that's what you may be struggling with. The old way is not working, so you're struggling to find a new way, a new approach with the Ten of Wands. For others of you, again, this can talk about a new home, relocating at this time, picking up and going, or focusing very hard on strengthening yourself or your position within a situation. In the outcome, we have the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands can talk about travel, relocation. For some, I'm getting, taking a cruise around the world. but this is setting your sights on something, setting high expectations. For others, it can be about expecting. Okay, finding out you're pregnant at this time, and you're finding out you're 3 weeks pregnant or something like that. But for others, this is definitely moving on. So you're finding your footing, and it may be in the 3rd week of the month, or maybe by the end of the month, but you know what you want, and you know how to handle this situation, or at least you know how to handle it enough to find your way out of it, if that makes sense. Okay, but it needs time. Yeah, so 7 of Pentacles with the Temperance card is definitely a matter of time, finding the right time for things, timing things just right, budgeting things, figuring out the best way forward, coming up with a plan, coming up with a winning strategy before you take action. The challenge with the Knight of Swords is that you just want to get on with it, but you are restricted. You have to follow the rules. You have to conform to the way things are, okay? You can challenge, you can fight, you can, protest, but unfortunately things are what they are with the Hierophant there. With the 4 of Wands, we have the Queen of Swords. There was a loss, there was a setback, there was a disappointment within a relationship, a marriage, or even a job situation that has put you in this situation of having to just deal with it and make your peace with it. Knight of Wands in the past with the Queen of Cups. There may have been I feel like you tried to move something forward with this person or them with you, or you've tried to make this move before and it didn't go well for whatever reason. Okay, you didn't think things out, something was rushed, something was hasty, incomplete, and that's why you find yourself back to square one. The 10 of Wands with the 7 of Cups, so that the challenge is the fact that, you know what, you're in a completely different situation. You have to figure out a new way of doing things, a new way of being, because the old way is not working for you anymore. And the 3 of Wands with the Queen of Pentacles. So for some of you, I'm definitely seeing a pregnancy here. For others of you, I'm seeing you finding your stability. It may be in this situation that you're trying to fight right now, that you're trying to work your way through. So you're finding a way to make it work for you. And for others, you're finding a way out of the situation where you're feeling like yourself again. You're feeling stable and you have high hopes for the future and you're starting something new. Yeah, Star card, you're focused on healing. You're focused on yourself. You're focused on getting something back on track. It's also a time of searching, I feel. Soul searching, or searching, again, just for the best approach within a situation. Queen of Swords, Queen of Wands, and the 4 of Wands. I feel like someone was struggling with independence or commitment issues for some of you. For others of you, there may have been a loss of a child, I'm sorry to say, that's affected your family. And my heart goes out to you if that's what you've experienced, because the Queen of Swords, Queen of Wands is creation. Queen of Swords is a loss. That's very heavily felt, very intensely felt. And you have all these queens in your reading, so I feel like you have all your queens in the reading. So I feel like motherhood was a big topic here, and for others of you, the topic of nurturing, of love, of abundance, okay, is very significant for you at this time. King of Swords in the past, so again, dealing with some sort of a loss, something like hitting a wall, someone pulling the plug, putting the brakes on what you were trying to do, and it's something that you couldn't move past, so it's an expert, okay, someone with authority telling you this is what's what, okay. 3 of Pentacles with the 10 of Wands and the 7 of Cups. So you have to figure out what you want, and you have to look around at what you have to work with and how you're going to get yourself here. For those of you, you might be recovering from third parties in your relationship. And don't get me wrong, this could be another man or another woman, but I also feel like family, if that makes sense, being the third wheel, or the fifth wheel, whatever, when it comes to your relationship. Someone interfering very strongly causing a loss in the relationship, and that could be a loss of trust, a loss of support, and looking at how you can recover from that. Six of Wands, you will be victorious. It just needs time. Okay, it just needs time. Ace of Pentacles, I definitely see pregnancy for some of you. And for others, this can be renewed love and commitment, where it's just the two of you, as it should be. For others, this can be that approval. The grant is coming through, the mortgage is coming through. You get the yes for the approval. You get the yes to buy the house. You get the visa. Yep, you're going with the Eight of Wands here. This is go, go, go energy. This is travel. This is inspiration, creativity. This is multiple offers coming at you at the same time. If this is you, single, and you've been recovering from past pain and disappointment when it comes to love, and you want that solid commitment, you've been working on yourself, you've been kind of keeping your distance from the world, okay? To work on yourself, that is paying off. You get that beautiful commitment, okay? And you get multiple options, multiple opportunities coming at you. You simply have to pick the best for yourself. But I feel like it's almost like you're coming back to life. You have a lot of wands. So this is passion, creativity, inspiration. You want to do things. You want to try things. You want to travel. You want to try new things. So I feel like even though you find yourself in a situation that you don't necessarily want to be in as you're coming into the month, or maybe you've been in that situation for a little while, when you try to look at it from a different perspective with the Eight of Pentacles, with the Seven of Pentacles, and figure out what you want and look at things from that perspective, like, okay, what do I want? What do I have to work with? That shift not only makes you feel at home within the situation, but it also gives you a lot of new opportunities and ideas for what you can do with it. Okay? If that makes sense to you. And you do have this solid commitment that is presented to you, whether it's within work or money or relationship. Okay? You do have this long-term potential opportunity coming your way. Alright, so that is your reading. Let me know how it applies to you, if it does, what you're dealing with here, but I hope the reading helps. Remember to watch all your other signs, make the most of the energy, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.